Hi, and welcome to the What's Cooking Show. I'm your host today, Joey Quibido with Cash Saver here in Opelousas.
And I'm Maureen with Virtual Bistro Catering.
And she's stepping in for Jason today,
Yes.
and we're going to have a really nice show today.
Okay.
We have the guy that won the smoked meat contest, and he's going to be cooking some smoked meatball stew for us today.
Yes.
So here we are in Cash Saver. We can pick up a couple of ingredients for him. And one of the things we all know about stew, we need the roux to put in it.
Absolutely.
So we have a line of roux right here, Mo, and we're going to try to pick. One of our local favorites is the Savoy's dark roux. So we're going to go ahead and bring this to him.
Okay.
And a few more ingredients, and we'll meet at the booth.
All right.
So just pick up a few more things, okay?
We're over here in the produce section, and I picked up a few things. We're getting the onions, which are included in the recipe, as well as what else?
Also, you need some carrots that he's going to put in the stew today. So we're going to pick up a bag of carrots and bring that to him.
Okay.
And also, you mentioned some celery that he's going to dice up and put that in the stew also, which we all do around here. So we're going to bring these other two ingredients too.
Okay.
All right. Okay, guys, again, we're here in the smoke area of Cash Saver, and he wants some tasso to put in his meatball stew.
Okay.
So again, we have a full line of tasso products, smoked products, sausage, whatever you need here. This is going to be some Savoy's pork tasso that we'll bring to him, and we'll bring
That's a very good one. I like that one.
I like it a lot too. So we're going to bring that to him, and he's going to put that in the stew for us.
Okay.
So let's go to the boat.
All right.
Hi everybody, and welcome back to the show. Again, we have Miss Maureen Little with Virtual Bistro with us today.
Yes.
Stepping in for Jason. Jason's on vacation this week, which is well deserved.
Yes.
And also we have Damian with the Smoked Meat Festival that's going on pretty soon. Tell us about that.
Yeah, every year we've been competing in the Smoked Meat Festival, and this year we're of course coming back, and we're ready to represent our title. We've won grand champion 3 out of the last 4 years.
Oh my.
In the professional division. So we just come up with some crazy dishes every year. You know, we just really get real creative, and here's one of them that we're doing today. It's a smoked meatball stew.
Right.
And we're going to kind of go through it piece by piece with y'all and show you how we do it.
Okay, great. Well, Damian, actually you come from the Douget family, which got a line of products, right?
Yeah. It's Big Mamu Cajun Products. We're out of Mamu, and we do an assortment of Cajun items. Our biggest seller is our ball crawfish beef jerky, and we also do a seasoning, a steak rub, a gravy thickener, crawfish dipping sauce, and of course to top it off a margarita mix for whenever it's things are
like
cooking.
margarita.
You have to have the margarita mix. Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, Damian, tell us where we at with the stew.
All right, what I did was I just started off with basically 5 cups of water, and I added a half a jar of roux, and pretty much dark roux is what we use. I mean, that's mostly what we use in our stews. And I'm just cooking it down, and we're gonna add the other ingredients to it, which is our onions, our peppers, and the other the meat products.
Okay.
We have 6 smoked meatballs here that we smoke in the smokehouse for about 4 hours, and it's a mixture of beef and pork.
Okay.
And over here on this side, we have our smoked tasso, which we smoke about for 6 hours, and then there's our seasoning blend, which is onions, and right here is our onions and our peppers.
Jalapenos, good.
Jalapenos,
Okay.
yeah. And then we have the potatoes, of course, and the onion tops and parsley, and carrots.
Okay. Very
Really,
good.
really nice, yeah. In fact, all of the stuff that Damian's using here today can be found at your local Piggly Wiggly stores or Cash Saver store
right.
here in Opelousas, and you can come by and visit us. The North Side store, Piggly Wiggly, is 8410 Highway 182 North. I know I'm going to have to take Jason's place this week.
Yes.
And the number there is 948-9427. You can talk to my wife Paula or me.
That's right.
And they'll be glad to help you. Or you can come to meet me at Cash Saver on the south side at 1305 Heather Drive. And you can reach me at 948-8199 and contact us there.
That's right.
Or Mo, they can go on the website and get copies of the recipe.
That's right. Absolutely. Sure can.
So Damian, let's go ahead
Smells great.
and talk more about the Smoked Meat Festival. When is it? Is it coming up soon, you said? And
Yeah, it's gonna be next weekend, and they have a great lineup as far as entertainment wise with Aaron Tippin's going to be playing on the Saturday night. So, okay. I mean, it's always loaded. And it's always a great time, and And this year they moved it up, so a lot of y'all that normally come during the festival, it's usually the last weekend of June, but this year it's going to be the first weekend. So not this weekend, but the next.
Okay, great. So Damian, how long does it take you, like let's say from start to finish, to cook your meatball stew?
Well, that's interesting. I'm glad you said that because if you're at home, you better put it together within an hour.
Right.
And that's because everybody's asking, of course, is it cooked yet?
Is it finished? Is it ready?
So yeah, you got to be prepared at home. But normally when we cook at suppers, you know, get-togethers with the guys, and we can sit down and relax 2 hours. So you double that time. So
Right.
that way you can really cook everything and let everything marry together and have a really, really much better flavor.
Great, because it's smelling great already. Also, how many teams do you usually go into the contest?
Usually, they usually have about 30 teams, 30 to 35 teams, and every year it's something else as far as competition-wise. You know, they every year they bring their best, and you really gotta really be on your game.
Right. So Mo, you've been to the festival quite a few times.
Right. I've participated as a judge before, and every time I go there, empty stomach, because I know I'm going to eat and eat and eat. It's just wonderful. And one of the bragging rights that you get is actually the most unique trophy I've ever seen, and people really want these. It's a smokehouse.
Yeah.
It's about it's a
miniature
real
smokehouse.
smokehouse, and
Wow.
that's their trophy. And first time I walked in and was judging, I'm like, I want one of those. That's really neat. So bragging rights wise, that's pretty good. So do you have it like on your desk? Do you have it?
I have it in my store actually. I also have a gym, and like I said, where we make the products,
Right.
all our products at and everything. So we have it on the counters over there, the smokehouse itself.
One thing I wanted to ask you about was whether or not you use a particular wood when you're
Right.
smoking your meats. And guys, it's a line of wood. A line
That's
of he has it already. So it says, become a pit master.
That's right.
So I guess we can consider you a pit master.
Well, not so much. It's just really knowing how much smoke you need on the product.
Okay.
And you can of course oversmoke anything or overcook anything in general terms. But with this product here, when you're cooking outside on your regular barbecue pit and everything else, you get your coals real hot and you broadcast these chips on it. And it's
pecan chips too.
Pecan chips, and it's
Right.
going to really give you that good pecan smoke on
nice.
and flavoring on your meat.
Yeah, nice.
So, that's normally how we do it, and to get a good flavor on your meat.
Well,
Very
guys, we're
good.
going to go ahead and take a short break, and we're going to come back and we can continue the meatball stew and
Yes.
have everybody join us back. So join us back for more What's Cooking. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Again, we're here with Damian, and he's cooking this nice smoked meatball meat stew. I want to make sure I got that all right.
Right.
And Maureen's Little's with us today,
Yes.
standing in for Jason while he's on vacation. And we got the stew going. So, Damian, where do we go from here?
Okay, so we got the roux pretty much cooking down and everything else.
Okay.
We dissolved it in our water, and what we're going to do now is we're going to add our onions and bell pepper. So I'm going to remove this tasso out the way so we can drop this in.
Now, how long did the tasso smoke again?
The
How long?
tasso, you want to smoke the tasso pretty thick pieces, 4 to 6 hours. We go about 6 hours.
Okay.
On the meatballs, we go about 4 hours. They start to encase after you leave them any time longer than that. So
Okay.
you want a belt to steel belt to penetrate the meat and cook the meat through and
That
through.
the juices go
That's right,
all the
exactly.
way through.
So
Absolutely.
we're going to add our onions.
Okay. And those are just
Just a
Chopped
chopped
up,
yellow
okay.
onion. I usually just use, for a half a jar of roux, I'll use 1 onion, I use half a bell pepper, and then I'll cut up a little bit of banana pepper.
gotcha.
All right, and so we'll get that stirred in there real good.
Oh, it's smelling real good in here, huh, Mo?
Yeah, the good thing about a stew is
really
that you
good.
can pretty much add everything all together, as long as you're not cooking something like chicken or whatever that's going to break down and break apart on you and everything.
Right, yeah.
Most of your smoked meats are very durable and they're going to hold together, so you can really cook them for a good long time.
Okay.
And so we'll get that stirred in real quick.
And then how long before you actually add your potatoes and stuff in?
The potatoes I'm gonna add in with the meat and everything. The
okay.
potatoes cook pretty quickly, and as long as you're not stirring a whole lot to break them up and everything else, they're gonna be okay.
Okay.
One thing you want to remember, guys, about potatoes or anything like that you're adding, with the potatoes, they're all the same size cut. You want to make sure that they cook evenly, just as with his bell peppers and with his onions, they're all the same size shape, and that helps when it cooks down. Otherwise, you'll have some pieces that are cooked, some pieces that are not so cooked.
Right,
That's
that's
correct.
right.
That's correct.
It's a real good point. People really don't stop to realize that, you know.
Right.
Yep.
Size does
Absolutely.
matter.
Yes, it does.
It does.
All right, where's Jason when you need him, right?
Yeah, I'm telling you. He's on the beach.
On the
loving it.
beach.
Yeah,
On
that's
the
what I
beach.
heard.
Get us
I
next
heard
week.
he's in
Having a
Florida.
margarita. There we go. Well,
Yeah,
Jason, I do want to say thank you guys for considering me for coming out
thank
to
you,
help.
Mo, for coming
We
to help us.
appreciate it.
I'm sure Jason is really ecstatic about that. So next time when I go on vacation, now you have to come take my place.
Well, there you go.
But I don't go on vacation that often, not like Jason.
Not like Jason.
No,
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
oh.
Jason deserves this vacation.
He does.
He's had a rough year, so. It's been
Oh, these
crazy.
are the smoked meatballs.
Smoked meatballs.
I'm so glad I skipped breakfast.
Yeah, me too. And those that don't know that Jason had the small fire hit the steamboat a while back.
Right. Sure did.
It didn't really affect him business-wise that much. He was, I think, closed maybe for one evening.
Okay.
And was able to get everything back.
Back.
And thank God it was just
It
a
was
little
very small.
thing. And one of the officers here in Washington was passing by and noticed the flame.
Wow.
So that's actually what saved the whole steamboat.
Now, this is a
Just
very
Yeah,
old
very old
establishment.
building.
yeah,
Very old
going up in
building.
a heartbeat like that. So, you know, it was a stressful week for him,
Right.
definitely. So he deserves.
He
this
deserves
vacation.
it.
He sure does.
Absolutely, he
Yep.
deserves it.
Yep.
So Damian, we've had our meatballs. and
We add
a
our
little bit more
meatballs,
water.
and we're gonna add a little bit of water
Okay.
and put the fire up a little bit.
Sure.
Okay. Crank it up, Joey.
Yeah.
Crank it up. There we
That's
go.
it.
Now we're
We
cooking
don't have to
this.
worry about a whole lot right now.
But I mean, being that the meatballs are pretty much smoked already.
Oh yeah, the meatballs are just about cooked already. Being they were left in the smokehouse, you know, and just basically the center part, you know, is probably the only part that's really raw. So it really doesn't take that long. You just want to cook it long enough. The other meat, the tasso, you know, of course, you want that to be kind of tender. So you
Right.
want it to cook for a little while. But that's the thing, you know. Once you get the tasso pretty tender, you add your potatoes and your carrots. Carrots are chopped pretty small, so they're gonna cook pretty quickly.
Okay.
And then, of course, right at the end, I'll add my parsley and onion tops.
Great, fantastic.
Very
I just
good.
remind everybody at home, if you want to copy this recipe or any other recipes done here on the show, which Maureen, you have a couple of them, quite a
Right.
few of them.
Right, quite a few. yes.
Jason, myself, Damian, we all have
We're-
recipes on it. So just click on to go to the What's Cooking show
Mm-hmm.
on the website and click on the What's Cooking. And on the KDCG. That's what I missed. That's the part I missed.
KDCG, What's
See,
Cooking,
Jason's not here.
yes.
I'm getting mixed up.
That's okay.
Go to KDCG, click on the What's Cooking show, and you can scroll down all the recipes and
They've all
find
been
out all the
archived
recipes
for
want.
you, so if there's something
Yes.
that you missed and you're like, I remember that, you can find it on the website.
And
Absolutely.
do shows on YouTube and everything else. So,
There you go.
or you can contact Jason on Facebook or here at the Steamboat. He'll be glad to give some recipes for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So Damian, we about ready to add some more things to it?
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and add. Like I said, it's no problem to add in the ingredients when you're doing a stew at this time or right at the beginning. A lot of people will start with their stew, and once they get it, they start adding everything in all at the same time. It really not gonna make a whole lot of difference. It's not like whenever you're trying to make a gravy or anything else, you know, to where everything's time oriented. So.
Okay. Is there a particular potato you like to use?
I just use the little red potatoes.
Okay.
I mean, whatever's your favorite, you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just
Yeah,
to.
each potato's got a different texture.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be great.
Oh yeah, really looking good. Now Jason's gonna be laughing at us next week. He's gonna say, you messed up. I got it. It's all right. He was having fun. I was working still, right, Mo?
That's right. That's right.
Now, while it's cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and add some of our seasoning. It's a Big Mamu Cajun seasoning, and the major difference with our seasoning is it's a lot less salt than everybody else.
Okay.
And that's when I created the seasoning. That's what I really want to focus with. You know, just about most of our products, we try to reduce the salt content. So that's a
It still has the kick?
Still has the kick, of course.
Okay.
it's definitely has the kick, and it has a lot of flavor. And we actually add a unique ingredient, which is a Worcestershire powder.
Oh,
wow.
And that, if you ever get a chance to taste Worcestershire powder by itself, you really have an appreciation for that flavor.
Now, I use the sauce a lot. Just mention
yeah,
the
the powder.
The powder is incredible. So you're gonna pretty much just season it to taste. Normally what I'll do is I'll sprinkle a good bit on, and I'll let everything cook down a little bit and just take a little sip of it, you know, and see where you're at with it.
Right.
Of course, where we live, you know, it's spicy. I mean, more than anything else, you know, we're not scared to add the seasoning.
No,
That's
not
right.
at all.
Definitely right. Okay, guys, we're gonna go ahead and take another small break, and on the third segment, we're gonna come back and we're gonna have some more information about the smoked meat cook-off that's to be coming up next weekend.
Next weekend.
Yeah, so we get all the information. Somebody's gonna come and join us, and hopefully y'all join us back here on What's Cooking.
Welcome back to What's Cooking. My name is Maureen Little, and we have Joey here. And guess what? We have a new guest. Ms. Brown is here to talk about the Smoked Meat Festival. And this gentleman has been blowing us away with this amazing recipe today. He used smoked meats in a meatball stew.
Even the meatballs are smoked.
Even the meatballs are
different.
smoked. It's different.
Totally different.
Totally different.
Yeah. Okay, Renee, tell us about the smoked meat
The
contest.
Smoked Meat Festival is coming up in 2 weekends. It'll be June 2nd and June 3rd, the Friday and Saturday. But this fabulous competition, the World Championship Smoked Meat Cook-Off, is on Saturday.
Oh my gosh.
We usually have on average 30 teams, about 150 dishes.
Okay.
And we choose a first, second, and third in each category. And those categories are smoked seafood, tasso, andouille and sausage, barbecue. We also have game and poultry. So we have some great entries in a lot of these areas. People even enter things like smoked goose. And I mean, people get very creative. I won a smokehouse a few years ago with a sausage and tasso cheesecake.
Wow.
So everybody has their best game on. It's so much fun to create something and throw it out there for everybody to get an opportunity to compete.
Right.
Because it's like a competition almost every weekend with your best friends.
Right.
When you cook in everybody's outdoor kitchens and for all your family and friends. But this is your chance to actually get recognized.
One thing I do remember is that there were two categories. There's professional category and an amateur
And
category.
an amateur, so you don't have to be intimidated and feel like you're going to compete against someone like Damian in the professional area. You can actually compete with other amateurs that are just as talented as our professionals. You'd be surprised. But we have a lot of great activities. We have a carnival going on at the same time.
Oh, very good.
We have live music on Friday and Saturday night. We have Wicked Waters that's opening up Friday night, and we have a band coming out of New Orleans that does classic rock, 70s, 80s, and 90s, Hit and Run. That'll be Friday night. Saturday, we have Opelousas's very own St. Landry Parish's One Trick Pony is going to be playing for us at 7 o'clock on Saturday night.
Right.
And to close down the festival, we have the Nashville recording artist Aaron Tippin coming in. So we're very, very excited. We have lots of activities going on all weekend.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun. Join us in Ville Platte, Louisiana at the Civic Center is where we are.
Now, Renee, is there an admission to get in?
There he is. It's
Okay.
$10 for adults, and children 12 and under are free.
Oh, good.
For more information, you can go to our webpage. It's Louisiana Smoked Meat Festival, and that is .com, or go to our Facebook, and it's Louisiana Smoked Meat Festival as well.
Now, if you want to cook actually at the competition, Renee, is there a cost to do that?
It is. There is a cost and an application online.
Okay.
And we have rules and regulations that you need to follow. Everything needs to be prepared at the fairgrounds. We also have so many teams that come in like at 5 in the morning because you have to turn in your entries by 11 o'clock.
Right.
And we actually have an award ceremony where we give out the beautiful cedar-built miniature smokehouses
It's a
to our
miniature
grand
smokehouse.
champion. We
Yes.
choose one grand champion in professional, one grand champion in amateur,
Okay.
but we have so many unique, amazing dishes.
It's one of my favorite ones to judge. I look
Oh.
forward to it. It's one of my favorite ones to judge.
And Jason will
Absolutely.
be
It is.
here again this year, and he'll be heading it off with all the judging and stuff.
Good.
Yep.
And the
Good,
smoke,
good.
the smoky smell out there is absolutely
You cannot imagine
fabulous.
when all the smoke.
Can you imagine the bragging rights?
Oh, it is. It's very important. It's the reason why I took over the Smoke Meat Festival when our veterans gave it up a few years ago.
Okay.
They retired. They had been doing it for 20 years, and a new group of us came in. And to keep my smokehouse valid,
Yes.
we have taken control,
Yes.
and we're having a ball.
Wow.
And it's, you know, all because of such a great culture of smoked meat that's like available in this dish. It's
Great.
amazing.
Good.
Speaking about smoked meat, Damian, why don't you go ahead and start plating up our plate for us?
All right.
And we're going to enjoy this smoked meatball stew.
Well,
Probably the first time I've ever had a smoked meatball.
Right, right. Now, Damian, I remember growing up at my grandmother's house, we would always have a little pickled jar of either pickles, it had banana peppers, cucumbers, stuff like that in it. And you have one here. You were telling me something earlier about the little pickles.
yeah, the little small pickles we growing in the garden, and we're going to actually put them out on the market as a very spicy pickle. And that'll probably be in the next month or two.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yep.
And this is the best way you eat meatball stew, smoked or not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With the little-
that's it. Gotta add some of that to it.
We
Yeah,
have to
what
add
we're gonna
this
do is
to it.
add the last
Right.
bit of our onion tops and parsley.
Okay. Oh, guys.
That is beautiful.
And just to remind everybody again that all the stuff that Damian's used here for us today can be found at your local Pickle Baby or Cash Saver stores here in Opelousas.
That's
Two
right.
locations serve you: South Side, 1305 Heather Drive, or the North Side, 8410 Highway 182 North. See, Jason, I didn't mess that up. I just had to put that in there because he's going to be dogging me next week.
Right.
I'm telling you, he will be dogging me.
Well, I haven't said the address to the steamboat, so oops.
We'll leave that to Jason
We'll
when he
leave
gets
that to
back.
Jason when he comes back. Absolutely.
Look how nice that is
Oh,
looking.
man.
Fantastic. Okay, Damon, go ahead and play this
All
up real
right.
quick, and we'll get a nice good shot of that.
Look at that.
And if you want to copy these recipes or any other recipe done, just go to our website at kdcg.com. Click
Right.
on the What's Cooking Show, and all of our recipes are right there. But the one here today and all the ones before that.
That's right.
Maureen, you got some again. I have some.
Right.
Jason's got some, and a lot of other wonderful chefs have done the show with us, have recipes on there.
Smoked
So, wow.
tasso.
That's a beautiful
smoked
plate, and I
meatballs.
know it's smelling good over there. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and put this up front and let everybody get a good look at it. And all the nice products. Well, thank you all so much for watching the What's Cooking Show, and again, join us for the Smoked Meat Festival.
That's right.
And join us back for more What's Cooking.
Coming up.